Hey everybody, welcome to my first ever Minecraft Let's Play. My name is Dragon, and yeah, we're just gonna pop right on in. So as you can see, we are already in the Create New World screen, so we're gonna go ahead and call the world Don't Die. And it's going to be on survival, difficulty normal. Pretty much everything's going to be a default. I do like to just write something dumb to make up the seed, so we're going to call it First World Problems, as this is my first world of the video, and we're bound to have some problems. Alright, so now we've got that all loaded in, we're going to go ahead and spawn in. And most of you have played Minecraft before, but if you haven't, I'm hoping that this will be helpful for you. I will go ahead and say that I am playing on console. It is just my preferred method of gameplay. I know a lot of people like PC better, and that is absolutely fine. But I don't think that console gets enough representation, so here I am making videos for those of you who also prefer to play console. Alright, so I am just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to press left trigger to open my map. And yes, I will be using controller buttons when I talk about opening things like inventory and things like that. So I need to find a place to live. No matter what your preferred method of gameplay is in Minecraft, couple of things you want to try to determine when you're looking for a place to live is it an area that is close to a lot of things, whether that be an underground cave entrance, close enough to trees so you can get resources. Some people like to find the nearest village, and we'll talk more about villages as they become relevant. Just depending on what you're looking for when you start out with the game, I really only concern myself with making sure I'm near trees and making sure I am near a good source of stone. So I'm just going to kind of see where I want to start. Oh, well, we do have a village. So, we have, what is that in the background? I'm not going to go to that quite yet. So if you are watching this video and if you enjoy playing Minecraft Survival, I'm just going to go ahead and apologize. First off, because I spend most of my time in creative mode when I play on my own, and I also really don't spend much time in the vanilla Minecraft texture pack, so there might be some things that I don't immediately recognize. But this is as good a place as any to start. So we will, you know what, I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to kick anybody out of their home. I will just set up shop like right here, which will be fine. So I need to get some trees. So when you approach something, you want to hold down right trigger in order to attack it, hit it, punch it, whatever you want to call it. So since I am a superpowered dragon, I am going to say that my super strength is going to help me take this tree down. Trees, as you destroy their wood blocks, their leaves will fade away. I don't know if it'll ever change, but for now, leaves require a close wood block in order to live. So, a few button notes to keep in mind. A is jump, right trigger is attack. Left trigger, which I won't be able to show you right now, but left trigger is how you interface with certain blocks. I'll show you kind of more about that. I think we're done with wood, so let me break this stuff down so we can take it, do stuff with it. One more. These things that you see dropping are saplings. These are how new trees are born. So we'll take a couple back with us so that we don't have to come all the way out or destroy a whole lot of trees. So we'll plop these down right here, boop, and boop. All right, so let me go ahead and explain the entire user interface here. These squares that I'm scrolling between are your hotbar. This is where you keep all the tools and items you're going to want to immediately use. Got the map here, and I'm pretty much almost off of it. Should have held it open while we were traveling so I could see everything between where we started and where we are, but that's okay. So we got oak logs. This is what I'm going to be using to build a house. These hearts that you see right here, pretty basic video gamer knowledge. This is your health. These little turkey leg looking things right here is your stamina or your food or your saturation. Some people call it a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, this is how you maintain your ability to regain health. It's how you maintain your ability to sprint. And yeah, so I'll call it stamina. So just in case you need to know. I'm going to hit Y to open my inventory, and as you can see, you get 15 additional inventory slots here, but you can't use anything from the inventory. If you want it, you're going to have to move it down here. All right, so to answer a question that nobody's asking, I will not be using this crafting interface right here. This is good for people who are just starting out, but for me, I have most of the recipes memorized. So I'm going to be using this 2x2 here, and then when we build a workbench, it'll be a 3x3, but I will not be using the little book, whatever you want to call it. All right, so the logs go in here. They give you oak planks. This 4 that you see here is actually per log, so I'm actually going to get a lot more oak planks than just 4. See, I go down 1, and I get 4. So I'm going to hit Y, convert it all at once, and I've got 56. So now I can build my house. So yeah, this seems like as good a place as any to build a house. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I am definitely going to need a lot more wood. But this will be fine to start out. So most of the time, things I'll be saying will be very basic, but again, I do want, if this is your first time watching a Minecraft Let's Play, if this is your first time playing Minecraft, I do want it to be comprehensive so that you can play along or that you can play shortly after watching. I don't want anybody to be left out or lost. I'm definitely a fan of No Child Left Behind. So I actually need to go find another tree that's too far out. So I'm going to be going over here. Alrighty. But I will do my best to explain things as I go, try to give you as much detail as you need. There will be some things I intentionally am not explaining because it's just not relevant to where we are in the progression of things, but rest assured I will explain everything in due time. So I did myself a disservice. I should have crafted some tools, but I was too concerned with building my house. The reason for that is when it becomes nighttime, you want to have a place to stay because if you don't, bad things can come get you. Like that guy. This is a drowned. He's not immediately a problem, but he does make you want to stay out of the water. At least for the time being. Alrighty. So we will finish our house. Oh, we got 2 more saplings, so let me go ahead and plop those down. There are ways to make things grow more quickly. I do not have it right now because we are just starting out. But as we go, we will get more and more of the things. Alrighty, so I'm going to kill this sheep here. One of the things that I always try to get, at least when I first start out, is a bed. And the way you get a bed is you have to take 3 like-colored blocks of wool and 3 of these oak wood planks. They don't have to be oak, they can be anything. Just oak is the most common type of tree. And who was that? Did a villager just come in? Get my house. Oh, it's about to be night. That's why he's looking for a place. So that's what I need to do. I need to go ahead and shore up this house. So this is your crafting table. And plop that down here. Nope, don't. Please don't tell me how to spend my resources. I need a door. That is the thing that I need. Oh, I accidentally made a chest. Let's try that again. Door is that. 3 doors. All right. So this is probably the most basic house on the face of the planet. And I can't sleep because I only have 1 single solitary block of wool. So I will now make a chest because I'm about to do something incredibly dumb and I don't want to have all my stuff on me when I do it. So we'll put all this away. Actually, I will keep, I need 4. Keep 4 things out. So I'm going to take 2 of these pieces of wood. I'm going to make some sticks. And then I'll take 1 of these sticks and the other 2 pieces of wood. And I'm going to make a sword. Purely for self-defense. Alright, so we're going to go out. This is probably a big mistake, but I need 2 more white sheep. And it'll give me an opportunity to explain bad guys. So this guy's an Enderman. He will usually leave you alone if you leave him alone. But do not look directly at him. Don't put this cursor on his face because he will come after you. And as you can see, he can teleport. So that's not really something you want to be taking on right now. This bro right here is a zombie. Just a generic bad guy. Not really too bad when you just have 1 to deal with. But when you get 4 or 5 of them coming after you all at once, it's not a good time. Hello, pig. This right here is a spider, and I think I will go ahead and kill this thing. Spiders drop string. String is good for making things like fishing poles, bows, and you can actually craft enough string together to get some wool. So I'm going to use this as my backup plan in case I can't find more sheep. So I've got, what am I up to? I'm up to 3 already. All right. So I'm going to need 8 string in order to craft the other 2 blocks of wool that I need. I need to also be smart because there are worse things out here than zombies and Endermen. This bro that I'm approaching, kind of strafing, is a skeleton, and his most annoying trait is that he's an archer. Ow. Ow. Alright. Skeletons, they drop things like arrows, they drop bones, obviously. But every so often you get a bow out of them, and that's what I was kind of hoping for. And I was really hoping for string out of you. Ooh, that guy. Yeah, I almost forgot. Those guys right there that you just saw explode in front of us are called creepers. The name is pretty self-explanatory. They make almost zero noise until they're right up on you. And then they explode, and it is bad times for all. Okay, excellent. So I did get both a bone and a bow from that last skeleton. And now I can use the arrows that I got from the last one to kill that spider. And he did drop some string, so I'm going in after it. Alright, I've got 4 string now. I'm going way further from the village than I really need to. But no risk, no reward. Alright, I did see an armored zombie. Now, normally I would not want to take one of these things on, especially right now. In fact, I don't want to take it on because there's too many bad guys around. So we're going to head back. Anyway, normally you wouldn't want to take an armored zombie on. I was really hoping that I could get him alone so that I could try to get him to drop his armor. Anytime you see something wielding something, whether it's a weapon or armor or just holding an item in general, there's always the smallest of chances that they will drop whatever they're holding when you kill them. But it's not the right time for me to be trying such suicidal things. Oh, goodness. Got the skeleton to shoot the spiders, so now they're mad at one another. Let's see if I can get the other skeleton to do that. Ow. Haha, I did. Awesome. Why put your own self at risk when you can put other people at risk? Die. Well, re-die. I don't know what I would say. They're kind of already undead, so I don't know. What I do know is I have my 8 string, so I am going back to the house. Unfortunately, I have now just realized that my house is dark, and there's a chance that there are bad guys in here. But there's not. Alright. So, I am going to take my 8 string, and wow, I am bad at this. Alright, so I have my 2 wool, get my other wool, and my wood. Like I said, 3 wool and 3 wood equals a bed. And there we go. So, oh, my bed is not too far away. Alright, so beds are good. They help you sleep through the night so that all the bad guys and stuff like that don't have a chance to grab a hold of you. Alright, I'm going to put all of this stuff away for now. Alright. Love the sun. Great thing about the sun is it burns skeletons and it burns zombies. It does not burn spiders and it does not burn creepers, which the spiders are fine because they turn passive in the daytime. They do not hurt. The creepers are still awful, so don't try to approach a creeper in the daytime because it is bad times for all. Let's see. I need to decide, what was that? Hopefully that was just something bad that was dying. I need to focus on food. I need to kill a cow. That's what I need to do. I'm gonna kill a couple cows, actually, looks like. Alright. So the next thing that I want to do, because I could eat this food raw, but it doesn't give you as much stamina back, and sometimes it can also cause problems. So we will not be causing problems today. That is a giant fish. Wish I had a fishing rod. Alright. Yeah, I'll grab some chickens. Chickens are also good for... Oh, it's a baby chicken. I don't have it in me to kill a baby chicken's mother. I do need to see if there's a good mine entrance because I'm not going to be able to do much without better materials. So now that I've got the food situation sort of in hand, next thing I need to do is build a pickaxe. So we'll be taking our 2 sticks and our 3 wood across the top, and that gets us a wooden pickaxe. Definitely, you want to try to graduate away from wood as soon as you can. This seems as good a place as any to start a mine. So different people have different preferred methods of mining. Some people like to just go a straight 1x2 corridor and strip mine their way around. I'm more a big fan of headroom, so I tend to mine more than I need to, which some people argue is less efficient because I'm using up my tools more quickly. I understand, but I am a creature of comfort, even in Minecraft, so yeah, I guess I'll just be wasting everybody's time when I mine. Alright, but like I said, mining is your primary way of getting better materials. Want to graduate away from wood pretty quickly. It's not that it's not useful, it's just not as useful as stone, which is the next tier. As you can see, both my pickaxe and my sword have seen better days. And so we just kind of want to graduate away from that as quickly as we can. Alright. I can't go too deep because I don't have any torches with me. I feel very ill-prepared to deal with the things that go bump in the dark. So that'll be enough for now. Oh, look. This village has a golem. This bro is probably the coolest, in my opinion, the coolest friendly mob in all of Minecraft because, you know, he protects the village and he is incredibly difficult to hurt. Not that a player would ever want to try, but I would not recommend it either way. Alright, so we've got our cobblestone, so we're going to put this around here and make ourselves a furnace. And I need more sticks is what I need. So we are going to take our wood, make more sticks. I'll go ahead and make iron pickaxe, or not iron, stone pickaxe. Settle down, dragon, we're not there yet. Stone pickaxe, stone axe, there we go. And a stone sword. Much better. And then we'll put all of the extra stuff away. Don't need dirt. Andesite, for now, andesite is really only good for aesthetic purposes, making things pretty. You also have dolomite and you have gravel. And not gravel. Well, you do have gravel, but it's not aesthetically pleasing. But you have dolomite and you also have granite, which, again, are aesthetic blocks. You can smooth them out, and if you're making what I would consider a more permanent home, you can use that to kind of just pretty up your whatever place you're living in. Alright, so let's go back to our little mine area. I still don't have any torches, do I? So, one thing I can do... Oh, that's why I'm so slow. was going to say, one thing I can do is cook some of my food. I brought this door down because it's made of wood, and I was going to use that to cook some food, but I got sidetracked, which is my bad. Alrighty. And this is a perfect example. You saw me sprinting around. Clearly I can't do that right now because I don't have enough food, and that's also why my health isn't coming back. So you always want to make sure that you have enough food. You want to constantly make sure. I'm going to burn these because I don't actually need them anymore. They're much more useful to me as cooking. Alrighty. Photo finish. There we go. So yeah. Always make sure that you have enough food. That way you're not starving and dying. Two things that nobody ever should want to be. Another thing is we do have bones, so we can take these bones, craft them into bone meal. Bone meal is the way I said earlier. There are ways of making things grow more quickly. There we go. That took all of my bone meal. Oh well. Go ahead and chop this down. That's just sometimes the luck of the draw too. But what I can do now that I have some logs, I'm actually going to come in and use my other door because I'm dumb and I don't have any wood left in reserve, and I don't really feel like using up one of my logs for that. But you can craft wood into charcoal, and then you can also use charcoal as fuel. This will get us 4 more charcoal, and I will be using those to make my torches. So while we are waiting on that, is there anything we need in the meantime? Oh, this tree grew. So I can go ahead and chop it down too. My house looks so out of place in this village. Not just because it's off of the beaten path, but because it is incomplete. It is a basic house in every sense of the word. Alright, so we can use one more charcoal to get the rest of these. And I am actually going to finish this house. Maybe. I'm at least going to get the wood to finish this house. Trap myself in here. Alright. Kind of a race against the clock. Alrighty. And lovely that the furnace gives us some light. Go ahead and convert all of this. And why not sleep for the night? Alright. See, if I hadn't slept, I would have had to deal with all of this. And nobody wants that. No, sir, you're supposed to be dead. Oh, that is weird. I didn't realize that if a zombie's wearing a helmet, he's not affected by sunlight. Let's see if we can make him lose it. Nope. Worth a shot. Alright, there were some more Skelebros out here. Let's go ahead and grab their stuff. That puts us back in the good graces of the bone meal gods. Alright, so we've got some more saplings. Let's go ahead and plant those. And now, let's go ahead and finish the house. I'm not going to be too picky with what it looks like. I am just going to get a roof over my head. For every other monster in the game, the 4 walls are enough, but spiders can climb walls, and therefore are not fun to deal with. So I'm going to shore up the house, and now I'm going to take my sticks and charcoal, make some torches so we can go mining. All the rest of that stuff can go in there. Keep the sword, put away the axe. I'm going to keep the apple that I just picked up and throw the beef in there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take these two and I'm going to cook them with the wood. Alright, I'll take a couple torches and just make sure that my house is lit. And the rest we will go a-mining. Alright. So, mining is one of those things where I really have no agenda with it. It's just, you know, you got the tools and therefore you just go until they run out. But we do want to keep an eye out for things like naturally spawning coal, iron. Probably won't get to levels enough to find diamond in this episode. But who knows? Sometimes worlds will surprise you. So this slightly different textured stone right here is andesite, as I explained before. Really doesn't have any practical use other than just being an aesthetic block. I will say it is much better looking in its polished form, so we may explore that later. This is definitely not the house where we're going to worry about aesthetics. So if I just decide to become a prominent member of the village community and build myself a mansion on a hill, something we can explore down the line, but definitely not for the purposes of our first house. Definitely want to master some other things before we get into that kind of stuff. Alright. So like I said, I realized that, coal. I realized that I would get more use out of my tools if I didn't mine in the 3x3 direction that I do. But I like being able to bounce around inside of mine. So I will just deal with those consequences. So this is one of the things we were looking out for. This is our naturally spawning coal. Mechanically, there is nothing different about it. From charcoal that you can make out of trees. It just kind of saves you the trouble of putting something in your smelter. Spares you that extra step. So anytime we see coal, most anytime we see coal, we will probably be mining it. And coal is one of those reasons why you want to graduate from wood pretty quickly. Because you cannot mine coal, to my knowledge, you cannot mine coal with wooden pickaxes. So, as you can see, along with dropping the coal, when you mine the ore block, it also gives you these green little balls. That is filling up our experience meter. Experience doesn't really mean anything right now. As we get further into the game, I'll probably explain more about that. I need to go grab another pickaxe. That's bothering me. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead. I don't know why I grabbed all that. I've got plenty of cobblestone with me. So we'll go ahead and make 2 pickaxes this time. Just so we don't have to deal with all the back and forth. Alright, the rest of this we'll just plop on in. When did I get mutton? I don't remember killing a sheep. Alright. Back to the mine we go. Spooky mine sounds. Alrighty. I may, since I'm getting all the excess cobblestone that I am because of the way I mine, I may end up improving my house. I may not build a new one. I may just use the existing footprint to replace the wood with stone and other things down the line. We'll see. But for now, like I said, we're just trying to establish, did I not get all the coal? Alright. So this reddish, brownish, mud-looking block, that's granite. That's one of the other types of stone that I told you about. Like I said, to my knowledge, there is no practical use for them. You can't make tools out of them. They are just purely aesthetic blocks. If you're one of those people that enjoys having a granite countertop, or whatever people are putting in their house these days, that is definitely one thing you could use. Like I said, being that this is just purely survival for now, I'm not really all that concerned about aesthetics. I'm going to be almost 100% practical. So we will mine through it. We will probably save it, but it will be completely unutilized until such a time as it becomes fun to do. I'm going to master a few more elements before we get into making things look pretty. So, as mentioned before, I do hope that this is somewhat helpful tutorial for those of you who are just getting into Minecraft, especially if you're going to be playing it on console. I tend to stay away from the debate of whether or not console is better than PC, blah, blah, blah. I play console version, and specifically Bedrock version, because I enjoy the control scheme of console. I have giant dragon hands, and therefore the controller just fits me better. And Bedrock is wonderful because I can cross-platform with other Bedrock players. My creative worlds are something that I take great pride in for making it fun for others. And it's just an all-around fun thing for me. I just get the ultimate win-win when I play console. So if you like console, welcome to the club. If you like PC, that's okay. PC is great for a lot of things. It's just not my cup of tea. So this stuff right here, I don't know if we've seen this yet, but this is gravel. Gravel is one of the few blocks in Minecraft that actually obeys gravity laws. So as I will actually demonstrate here in a second, if you mine gravel and there's gravel on top of it, or you mine a block and there's gravel on top of it, it will actually drop. The only other things that follow this rule are sand, which I will get to when we need sand, and then concrete powder, which is a good ways away, so we won't worry about concrete powder quite yet. The biggest thing, other than the gravity that gravel contributes to is it also drops every so often when you mine it. It drops some flint, and flint is good for crafting flint and steel to start fires when we definitely need to start fires. And you can also use flint to make arrows for your bow. So that's why I'm not all that annoyed that we're going through all this gravel, because as you can see, it's dropping this flint, and we will put that to good use later. That being said, it is a bit of a hassle to mine through, so we will try to go under this as quickly as possible. Alright. Whoops. We'll suffer through one more layer. Actually, that's the only one I need to suffer through because the other two have stone on top. Excellent. There is always a chance that we will come into a pre-spawn cavern too, and if we do, that'll be great because pre-spawn caverns are the most efficient way to come across new resources. Like I said, we are keeping our eye out for iron and eventually diamond. There are also special little dungeons in Minecraft where if you can get around the mobs that spawn out of that, you can find yourself a nice little treasure. And usually it's just the stuff that you're mining for, but already ready to go. So I have deeply underestimated how many pickaxes I need. So we will go grab some more. Actually, oh, it's raining. Rain doesn't bother me, it's just rain. There's a cow trying to get in my house. I want to sleep. Rain just makes for an all-around grumpy time. Alright. So I came back for sticks, and I have no wood. Because I used it. Oh, I do have some wood. I was going to say I used it all up. But hey, this makes for a good excuse. Yeah, we'll leave that in there. We can get 2 more pickaxes out of these. I need to do that twice. Get good, scrub. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop off all the things we don't need. Gravel, blah, blah, flint, 2 more coal. Alright, and we'll keep our food over here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't really feel like that step is enough. There we go. Pick that up on the way. Not really sure why or how. Oh, I realize I've been skipping it because I've pretty much covered it already. This white block right here, this is the dolomite. So the 3rd aesthetic block. Of the aesthetic blocks, I will say that is my favorite. IRL, I am definitely a big fan of like quartz and limestone and other like really bright blocks. So whenever I do my aesthetic stuff for Minecraft, I usually go for the dolomite first. Alrighty, so we are doing rather well. And I will say, don't worry, I will not be using this map for anything but the videos. So you won't need to worry about me starting an episode and going, oh my gosh, so much has changed. He's done so much between episodes. Because nope, I have plenty of other maps to keep me busy when I'm playing Minecraft in my off time. So I will only be utilizing this map for the videos. I don't know, maybe you weren't worried about that at all. Maybe you don't care. but it's something I felt like I need to address. All right. Apple gets us back up to full. I am not 100% versed on how much of the stamina bar each piece of food gives you. I do know that the things that you have to put in the furnace or the things that you craft food-wise usually give you more. I think they scale the effort in procuring it to how much it gives you. So I am, both in the game and in real life, a obligatory meat eater, and that is my preferred method because, in my opinion, you get the most benefit for the least amount of work. And there's just way too much to do in this game to worry about where your next meal's coming from. So there will come a time where we start farming, and there are a lot of things to do with that. So the fact that we're in a village actually is going to make some of the things that I cover in the tutorial a whole lot easier because those resources are actually already available to us. So one thing I will say, and yes, I will go ahead and admit on record that I do like the PC version for this, is we can't check where we are coordinate-wise. But I think we're deep enough to start expanding outward and stop going down. There is a limit as to how far down you can go. Once you reach Y coordinate 0, you hit bedrock. And bedrock is one of the blocks in Minecraft. In fact, as far as survival goes, it's the only block in Minecraft that cannot be mined. So that is the one limitation of Minecraft. Other than that, the world is infinite. It goes on and on and on. And basically, your only limitation for how much world you can have is how well does your machine perform. That is another talking point in the favor of the PC, because PCs are great in that your machine can always have higher performance, whereas consoles always have a very standard blueprint and therefore very strict limitations on how well they can perform. So, like I said, no matter what you prefer playing on, always play on the platform you're going to have the most fun on. I enjoy consoles because the advantage over PC is that the things that are made for console are specifically made for console, and therefore there should never be any lag between what your software is demanding and what your hardware can provide. There are a few exceptions to that, but for the most part, consoles are pretty streamlined. So, alrighty. Well, as nothing terribly exciting is happening right now, I am going to go ahead and call that episode. We may continue to do more mining when we come back, but I think next time we will actually explore a little bit more of the village, what that means for us as a player, some of the things that we can exploit by being here, and we may work on beautifying the house a little bit because, once again, I feel like while this isn't, the best Minecraft has to offer, it is a lot better looking than that. And I would like to feel like we're contributing members to society. So, like I said, my name is Dragon. This will be a series that I do for a good little while, so if you have any questions or if specific things you would like for me to cover, feel free to leave a comment down below. I will try to check those as often as possible. And yeah, it's been fun hanging out with you guys, and I will see you next time. All right, bye guys.